Love and light, everyone. Thank you for being here today and sharing my messages. I've been in practice for over 30 years working with altered states of consciousness, and my resume is on my websites. With this film, I'm going to briefly explain to you the way I work and what I've learned through my journey working with hundreds of clients and spirits, because sometimes spirits need help as well. Time and space literally vanish. I've got the whole world in my hands. History, geography, books, films, and almost every person is there at the click of a button. The space book ethos, the Akashic records of the Earth dimension. The space book ethos is the same in the spiritual world, all mixed into one spiritual dimension, just like the internet. This is why people who have had a near-death experience often recall seeing their whole lives in 1 second. Time is also person-specific. For one individual, time can slow down or speed up. This is experienced by many people who have been in a life-threatening situation. Time can slow down or speed up within an existing Earth dimension. I remember one time I was in my car on the motorway and it was raining, and the car in front jammed his brakes on and I jammed mine on automatically, and I could see myself gliding along towards a collision in the back of his car. Suddenly everything slowed down. It was in slow motion, and I clearly thought to myself, if I take my foot off the brake pedal, the wheels will be able to turn and I'll be able to avoid a collision. I took my foot off the pedal, I swerved the car instantly and I swerved around the car and missed the collision. This is how time can slow down, and it has done for many people. I'll be teaching more about our space and time continuum in other films. So the Akashic records of Earth and the Akashic records of Spirit are very similar. Transcendental metaphysics, your astral body, your spirit and soul. The main components of the astral body are represented in the 3 circles of the diagram, being red, green and blue. The red circle represents your thinking self, cognition and statistics. You reach a crossroads and decide which way to go. From here, all your decisions are made. Which team to follow, which group, if any, to join, who to love, who to hate, what to work at, what to study in the University of Life. The second circle, emotion, the green-eyed monster, the stallion horse we are all learning to ride and control. The green circle of emotion is experiential. We have all been given the hand of love, and after submission being deceived and hurt emotionally, the stab in your heart, which is so deep it can affect your nature. Our nature, the blue circle, is our soul. Like a jigsaw, we ourselves create, developmental through our cognition and emotion. Part of our nature is pre-programmed via our basic instincts. The rest is formated from our own free will and our experiences within life. As free we can be within our own world of social constructs which create conditioned responses. The politician hugging a baby or a puppy dog is stirring emotion in the hope of gaining a cognitive tick for their ballot or vote. Our astral body is attached to the material body through our etheric body, which is of a material and spiritual consistency. The three bodies are joined via our 7 chakras or portals. The etheric body is fluidic and magnetic. It's attached to the physical body via ectoplasm and absorption. Your body is like a sponge soaked in the etheric liquid. It is a medium between materiality and spirituality, your material body and your spiritual body. The etheric body is very important because spirits can also use it as a material portal for attachment to affect the host. It has a magnetism to material and non-living objects, the same as plants, trees and vegetation. A plant's etheric is the same as in a human body in a coma. Read that terrible expression, they are like a vegetable. Etheric receives input through the chakras. It is a memory stick. Humans, animals, vegetation and the earth itself all have an etheric body, being a mix of a spiritual and material substance. The substance of the etheric body is ectoplasm. It's cohesive and fluidic. It has a permanent electrical resonance. It has no intellect. It does not understand cognitive thinking. Like a computer, its buttons are affected by emotional feedback. It can stretch through time and space as it's elasticated. At death, it takes 3 days to dissipate. Your hair and nails are still growing for 3 days, and you're more likely to experience material, spiritual phenomena. It's a computer of the Matrix creator, working out hundreds of automatic body functions, and it's programmed as a computer affected by your own internal data and external social constructs. We are a portal which can be used by people and spirits. Metaphysical metamorphosis, the transmutation and transfiguration between materiality and spirituality. Spirits can cause physical manifestation by using your ectoplasm. The etheric is an entity when charged, programmed with its host's emotional energy. It reflects the same energy. Can be a static ghost or an innate charged astral photo or video. The material body can speak through the astral. The etheric is a spiritual memory stick, a flash drive. In psychometry, you can hold a piece of material, a piece of hair, nail or jewellery, which is uncontaminated by other energies and is etherically charged with data from the material and astral body, which a person can read if they tune in. Just like your phone, you can be a receiver for the Akashic records. The etheric is your book of life, which if charged enough may remain as a ghostly entity, a charged photo or video. Some observations. In 1901, Dr. Duncan McDougall conducted a study with 6 patients, a study of the hypothesis concerning soul substance. The results of the study: people suddenly lose about 21 grams of weight upon death. This is the etheric body leaving the material body. Doppelganger, a double or ghost. Emily Seguy, 1845, was a 32-year-old French woman. She was a teacher and she was moved to 19 different teaching positions in 16 years. She was a good teacher, but the pupils repeatedly saw her etheric body. On one occasion she was standing in the garden and her etheric body was seen standing in the classroom. One last observation: poltergeist activities, etheric magnetism causing a disturbance via the juvenile transition through puberty, using telekinesis, and it mentally disturbed through adolescence by a physical, psychological or spiritual transition. There can be etheric phenomena, moving objects. This is not spirit, it is a transmutation from the etheric body. The etheric body can move objects and can be used by earthbound spirit to move objects or touch your material body, and even on some occasions to scratch you in person. I'll be talking more about earthbound spirits and how they can attach or possess people in my next film. Thank you for sharing my film. I'm making more films which may bring you a better understanding of the spiritual dimension and its mechanisms, and they are all free to watch and share. Thank you again for sharing, and always remember, like attracts like, and there is no distance in spirit. www.colindemay.net